Hello guys, today I'm back with Numbers chapter 6 today. Today is about becoming a Nazirite. So yeah, we're going to learn. So let's just learn today. Chapter 6, Becoming a Nazirite. The Lord said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, suppose a man or a woman wants to make a special promise. They want to set themselves apart to the Lord for a certain period of time. They want to be Nazirites. Then they must not drink any kind of wine. They must not drink vinegar made out of wine of any kind. They must not drink grape juice. They must not eat grapes or raisins as long as they are Nazirites. They must not eat anything grapevines produce. They must not even eat the seeds or skin of grapes. They must not use razors on their heads. They must not cut their hair during the whole time they have set themselves apart to the Lord. They must be holy until that time is over. They must let the hair on their heads grow long. And they must not go near a dead body during that whole time. But what if their father or mother dies? Or what if their brother or sister dies? Then they must not make themselves unclean because of them. The hair of their heads shows that they are set apart for God. During the whole time they are set apart, they are holy to the Lord. Suppose someone dies suddenly in front of them, that makes the hair they have set apart to the Lord unclean. So they must shave their heads on the day will be made clean. That is the seventh day. Then on the eighth day they must bring 2 doves, or they can bring 2 young pigeons. They must bring them to the priest. He will be at the entrance to the tent of meeting. The priest must offer one of the birds a sin offering, and he must offer the other as a burnt offering. The sacrifices will pay for the sin of the Nazirite man or woman. They sinned by being near a dead body. That same day they must make their heads holy again. They must set themselves apart to the Lord again. Okay, so the first one is you cannot eat any kind of grapes, wines, like grapevines, like anything connected to grapes. And also, you cannot shave your hair until the Nazirite time is over. And also, you can be a permanent Nazirite, or like only a 1 day or 1 to 2 year Nazirite. Like there's 2 choices: permanent or only not permanent. Okay, so things that you should not do is, first, do not eat any kind of food connected to grape. Second, do not shave your hair. Third, do not go close to a dead body. That's because, like, you're a Nazirite. You need to be holy. So if you go to that body, you're unholy. So you need to get out and then come back and shave your hair and start again. Yeah. They must do it for the same period of time they had agreed to at first. And they must bring a male lamb a year old as a guilt offering. The days before that do not count. That is because they became unclean during the time they were set apart. The time when the Nazirites are set apart will come to an end. Here is the law that applies to them at that time. They must be brought to the entrance, the tent of meeting. There they must present their offerings to the Lord. They must bring a male lamb a year old. It must not have any flaws. It is for a burnt offering. Then they must bring a female lamb a year old. It must not have any flaws. It is for a sin offering. And they must bring a ram that does not have any flaws. It is for a friendship offering. They must sacrifice the offerings together with their grain offerings and drink offerings, and they must also bring a basket of bread made with the finest flour. The bread must be made without yeast. The offering must include 6 loaves of bread with olive oil mixed in, and it must also include 10 loaves brushed with olive oil. So you did not have any problem with the Nazirite. Then, when you finish it, it's not free to finish. It's not free to go. So you need to, give all the sacrifices, offerings, and everything so you can go. Yeah. It's not a free pass. The priest must bring all these things to the Lord. He must sacrifice the sin offering and the burnt offering. He must bring a basket of bread made without yeast. And he must sacrifice the ram. It will be a friendship offering to the Lord. The priest must bring it together with his grain offering and drink offering. Then the Nazirites must shave off the hair that shows they have set themselves apart to the Lord. They must do it at the entrance to the tent of meeting, and they must put the hair in the fire that burns the sacrifice of the friendship offering. After the Nazirites have shaved off their hair, the priest must take a boiled shoulder of the ram. He must remove 1 sick loaf and 1 sin loaf from the basket. They must be made without yeast. And he must place the shoulder and the bread in the hands of the Nazirites. Then he must lift it up to the shoulder and bread, and wave them in front of the Lord. They are a wave offering. They are holy and belong to the priest. Other parts of the ram belong to the priest as well. They are the breast that was waved and the thigh that was offered. After the offerings is waved, the Nazirites may drink wine. This is the law of the Nazirites. They promise to sacrifice offerings to the Lord. They do it when they set themselves apart, and they should bring anything else they can afford. They must fulfill the promise they have made. They must do according to the law of the Nazirites. How the priest blessed the people. The Lord spoke to Moses. He said, "Tell Aaron and his sons, here is how I want you to bless the Israelites. Say to them, may the Lord bless you and take good care of you. May the Lord smile on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord look on you with favor and give you peace. In that way, they will put the blessing of my name on the Israelites, and I will bless them." So, we read it all, but we have one big box. Let's just read it. Life in Bible times. Men's hairstyles. Most men in Israel did not have any very long hair, but they did let their beards grow. They were not like the Egyptians, who kept their faces clean-shaven. A man who made a special Nazirite vow to God had to let his hair grow long. The most famous Nazirite in the Bible was Samson. He lost his amazing strength when his hair was cut off. You can read it about Samson in Judges 13-16. We will learn that later, okay? So just remember that name, Samson. You can just remember in Homer Simpson, so it kind of hears like it's kind of same. So you can just know that the man that will appear in Judges is going to be Samson. Okay, so I guess this is him. He needs to have long hair, but I guess it was cut off. Like, I think the picture after he was cut off. Yeah. Okay. You can just remember this name in any way you want. A name that you just know, or you kind of know, like Homer Simpson, Samsung. Like, yeah, you can just know this man. So we read it all the book. So they learned about the Nazirite people, what they need to do and not need to do, grow their hair, and not to do, drink wine, drink anything, eat anything that is close to grape, made with grape. Second, cut off their hair. Third, do not go to a dead body. If you do, reset. Okay, today's summary is done. Let's just pray now. Okay, let's start. Dear God, today we learned about Numbers chapter 6 today. Today we learned about the Nazirite people and what was the hairstyle of the Israelites. And today we learned a man called Samson that will come later, that Judges. And today we're going to think about what we can stop for a while to obey God. Thank you always. Amen. Okay guys, today is the end of a video, so let's say goodbye now. So I guess see you at the next chapter. Goodbye.